Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Dylan here.
Nice day today, wasn't it?
It was beautiful. The story for today is just clear skies and cool temps.
Yeah, that cold front came through yesterday. It brought us nice cool temperatures today, brought the humidity down. We were walking across campus. I wasn't sweating. I actually had a sweater on, and it was pretty nice.
It was great to wake up and put a sweater on finally. I mean, this is the second time this season. We should have a sweater counter, something that'd be fun.
Yeah, have like a little tally how many days we have a sweater.
Right. But it was feeling great outside. Yeah. It's finally feeling like fall.
Yeah, the summer weather patterns out of the way, and we're moving right into fall. It's going to feel very nice going into the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be good when we play football next Saturday at 12 o'clock, unfortunately. But 12 o'clock, cool temps, though.
Cool temps, low humidity. It's gonna that'll be a nice game. That'll be a very fun game.
Hopefully the conditions really stick around for the rest of this week, but we'll see later on in the show how things pan out this weekend.
Yeah, and with that, we're actually going to get an overview from Charlie.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Dylan. Looking at current temperatures at Tallahassee International Airport, we see 75 degrees. Clear conditions. Been a pretty clear day. Not very many clouds today. Dew point at 50 degrees, giving us that relative humidity of 41%. And we can see those dry numbers continue for the next couple of days up through the weekend. We see that wind out of the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. Looking at the radar, we see pretty much nothing on our scope except over here to our east coast, where that front had finally pushed its way through. Tampa is finally clear of the front as well. Orlando clear of the front, and they're still dealing with it a little bit on the very south end of Florida. Tonight's forecast, we see mostly clear skies at 46 degrees with the temperatures colder than last night. This morning we got into about the 50s, mid-50s. Tomorrow morning we can expect the mid-40s with the wind out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. Your weather headlines for today: we can expect a dry spell for the next couple of days as this colder air continues to push into our area. Those bone-chilling temperatures for tomorrow morning and the day after next, and that bootyful weather for the next couple of days into the weekend. But for now, we're going to send it back to the desk with Emily and Sammy.
Thank you, Charlie. We are going to talk about the northern lights today because there is a good chance of it actually hitting the north.
That's incredible. Super exciting.
Also known as the aurora. The possibility will be tonight and tomorrow night. And there's a lot of like green and yellows that are showing up. But yeah, there's a good chance we will see the geomagnetic storm. And there is a minor watch for the 25th tomorrow as well.
That's super exciting. Have you ever gotten the chance to see them?
I have not. I wish I had. What about you?
No, I live in a place where we get them once in a while, but I've tried a couple times, and you get out there, and it's just kind of it's like you don't know if they're going to be out there or not. Yeah.
And, hopefully, some people will be able to see them. I know yellow and green are typical, but red and blue are also quite common as well.
Yeah, so very cool. They're kind of hard to photograph, which is kind of interesting because it seems like something so bright, but since it's night, it comes out weird on an iPhone. You definitely need some professional cameras to get a picture.
Like it in movies and
stuff.
But I hope people get to see it because it would be very cool to see.
Yeah.
I know in Washington they have a good chance of seeing it. So if you are in Washington watching,
lucky you.
You will be hopefully you will be able to see it. Keep posted for the time to look outside.
Absolutely.
But now we are going to take a look at our local forecast. Not much is happening on our radar right now. Sitting around 77 as the high. Look at that low, 52 degrees. Very cool out. It's very pleasant. I was just walking outside before this, and it's very pleasant. And that is all due to the cold front that just passed through our area. But we are pretty close to the average, actually. 77 and will be 79 as that average, and 54 is that lower average as well. Current conditions are 75 and sunny, very clear. It's pretty much like this all day. Dew point is 50 degrees and 41%, which is giving us a very cool, not very moist atmosphere. Current temperatures around your Big Bend area, 75 Tallahassee, like I said, 77 pretty much around the coast, but a little north of us, we are sitting around 73 degrees. Look at that radar. Like I said, nothing pretty much all day long. It was very clear throughout the day, and we are expecting similar conditions tomorrow. The wind from that cold front is moving straight through this way, and that is where the cold front did come through. So we do have some light winds coming from the northwest. Look at that dew point change. 10 degrees for Tallahassee, but they went all the way up to 19 for Little Rock. Miami, who has not been hit with that front yet, 1 degree temperature change, but they will be getting that temperature change to come. 24-hour temperature change, 8 in Tallahassee, Little Rock 11, all the way in Miami to be -6. So it has cooled off quite a bit in our area. Tomorrow's forecast, it will be 69 degrees, gorgeous day, plenty of nice things to do outside. Make sure you get outside because it will be a nice one. And look at that 7-day forecast. We are going to be around 69 for Wednesday, 72 for Thursday, warming up a little bit up until Friday, but we have plenty of sun those next few days. And even after the weekend, I know there is only a 20% chance of rain, but a little bit of colder temperature, 65 for Sunday, and 47 at night, which is pretty chilly, so make sure you have a jacket because you may need one. And Monday and Tuesday, we will be having plenty of nice temperatures as well. So plan to get outside if you can. Now we are going to give it to Alyssa. What's around Florida?
Thank you, Sammy. Let's take a look around Florida. Tonight, it's going to be a low of 46 degrees in our area with mostly clear skies, and it's going to be cooler, which is going to be cooler than last night, and a mild wind at about 5 miles per hour coming out of the northwest. And our current conditions around Florida, we see those warmer temperatures down south in Miami and West Palm Beach. We're at 78 degrees, while it's even warmer over here in Fort Myers. And then our cooler temperatures are up here on the Big Bend region and at 72 degrees in Pensacola and 75 in Tallahassee. Looking at the radar, our action is happening in South Florida where that cold front is still coming through the region down here in West Palm Beach and Miami. And we can see that not much is going on in our immediate area along the Big Bend, and that is due to that cold front that did move through our area yesterday. Our current winds, we can see that locally in Tallahassee we have that northwest wind coming towards us and at about 10 miles per hour, and then we can see where this cold front, the winds shift, and we have that northwesterly wind, and here's our shift right about here where that cold front we saw before sweeping through that area. Our current dew point, we can see where we saw all those showers, we had very high dew points, and that is showing how muggy it is in that area, while up in Tallahassee we have those drier temperatures after that cold front swept through our area yesterday. And what does that mean for us? Well, it's very oppressive down in Miami, while here we're sitting in a more comfortable temperature, dew point temperature range. And then we can see this once again on our water vapor in the upper levels. We have this cold front that today, throughout the day, swept through our region, leaving drier air across this region after it swept through. You can see that in the orange coming through our area. And then tonight's forecast, we're going to see very low temperatures in our region. And then tomorrow, we are going to see those high temps down south, while in Tallahassee, we're going to see about 70 degrees. We're going to take it off to the desk with Michael and Sammy.
Thank you. So we are going to talk about the events that are coming throughout our area.
Yeah, Halloween is just a week away, and with that comes a lot of these nice fall time events. And so, Sammy, so the first event is the Science Festival, right?
Yeah, it's October 28th, which is on Saturday, and it takes place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Kleeman Plaza. I think that's right. And there'll be a heavy focus on STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math. And there will be plenty of booths, and Tallahassee Science Festival promises it'll be fun, dynamic learning. So that's something to check out because it's also free. So
Yeah. The next event is the Haunted Ghost Tours. It's in its 12th year now, and it's a really good event, especially for Halloween being a week away. Tickets are $17, which might be a little bit expensive, but I honestly think it's worth the $17.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's something to do around this Halloween season. I also know on Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. there's a civil thinking and civil discourse about social problems. So if you are into College of Social Work, or maybe you're even interested in joining it, it's definitely something to check out. It'll be a lot of problem solving regarding important social problems. And the registration is free and lunch is provided. So a lot of free events coming also. So maybe that'll make up for the $17.
Oh, yeah. And our next event is this weekend. We have the Florida Jazz and Blues Festival. It's in its second year, and it will be taking at the Capital City Amphitheater once again this year. It's a really, if you enjoy jazz music and blues music, this is your event. And again, it's free.
And speaking of music, the Halloween Symphony Spectacular Family Concert, once again, it is free as well. It's Friday from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and there will be trick-or-treating, so that's why it's great for families, something to do.
Yep. And also, because Halloween's also close by, it's a week away, we have a lot of pumpkin patches in our local area. I know there's one that I went to this Sunday near I-10, and a lot of these local churches do sell these pumpkins. So if you want to make these pumpkins for last minute, that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. But for now, we are going to take a look at the local.
Yes, thank you. And we had a beautiful day throughout today. It was absolutely gorgeous. Early today, I had a nice sweater on, and it felt really nice to have that change in temperature. 75 degrees is our current temperature here this afternoon, with clear skies because the humidity is actually low. So we don't really have a lot of moisture in the air to give us any clouds right now. So it feels really nice with that low humidity and that west-northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. And current temperatures across the Big Bend region, 75 degrees here in Tallahassee. It feels pretty nice. 77 as you get along the coast of St. Mark's, and 73 up north in Thomasville. So temperatures right now are feeling very, very pleasant across the Big Bend region. And as you can take a look at the 24-hour temperature change from this time yesterday, we had about an 8-degree temperature change just in about 24 hours. So it feels very nice outside compared to what we were feeling yesterday. It was feeling kind of warm yesterday afternoon, but today with that low humidity, it feels pretty nice outside. Current winds right now are coming out of the west-northwest, so we have about 10 miles per hour here in Tallahassee, about 4 miles per hour along the coast in Carabel. And Southern radar, not showing much on the radar because we do have this high-pressure system that's keeping the clouds away and keeping that rain and moisture away. Tonight's forecast, 46 degrees is your low for tonight. So tomorrow morning, make sure you have a sweater if you're heading out to go on campus, or if you're going to head out for a run, make sure you have a little sweater on you because it's going to be a little bit chilly. It's definitely going to be cooler than the past few nights that we've had. And tomorrow's forecast, expect a high tomorrow afternoon of 69 degrees. It's going to be a gorgeous day because the humidity is going to be low, and we're going to have a lot of dry air all across the Big Bend region. This week, looking at the week ahead, 72 is your forecasted high for Thursday, but that forecasted low for Thursday morning is actually 41 degrees. And going in Saturday to Sunday, that cold front's going to come back through, and we could see another dip in temperature. Tell us more about that in the national, Dylan.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jennifer. We're going to take a look at the national look. Currently around the nation, you're going to see that cold front really make its presence felt. 63 in Atlanta, 62 in Memphis. For those folks over in Phoenix, you're going to see 98 degrees, and they're not really feeling much of that cold front. But the folks over in Detroit and Washington, D.C., you can kind of see where that gradient is. The darker green and blues are really indicating those cooler temperatures, and the orange and yellows are indicating warmer temperatures. So 50 in Detroit, 70 in Washington, D.C., 20-degree drop. Satellite radar really showing that picture too. This is the low pressure system that drove that cold front through it. You can kind of see in the southern part of Florida where that front has already made its way through. But that rotation and that counterclockwise movement is really driving that front. And a lot of severe storms over here. We also saw yesterday a lot of wind reports. There were 34 total wind damage reports over in the southeast in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, seeing the majority of those wind reports. For the water vapor, though, you're going to see the green indicating that moist air and the orange indicating the dry air. So for us here, you're going to see a lot of that mixture, not really well-defined dry or moist air. So that's leaving for a cool, clear day as high pressure really dominates most of the country. We do see some water vapor dropping down into the Montana and Colorado. That's not a real big threat, though a lot of severe weather up in the northeast, the northeast with the moisture there and the rotation of the low pressure. Though we move into the current wind speeds, we're having a lot of wind advisories in the central plains of the country. We're seeing 15-mile-per-hour winds in Kansas City, 25 in Minneapolis, and 25 in Dallas too. So we look at our watches and warnings, you see all these tan colors right now, really indicating all those high wind advisories for those areas. So be sure to stay inside and make sure all your belongings are good and secured. Tonight's forecast, though, seeing cooler temperatures around the nation as that front had made its way through. We're going to see another front try to creep its way into our area, but tomorrow, front's starting to make its way over. You're going to see those 60-degree temperatures in Seattle. But the thing I wanted to get to, the Atlantic satellite. This area right here has a 50% chance of development in the next 5 days as it's making its way north. So something to be concerned about, but not too concerned about. Just stay aware and check with the National Hurricane Center as we look into that. But now, send it over to Emily Daly with a look at the southeast.
Throughout the southeast, we do see some comfortable temperatures. Here in Tallahassee, we do see this comfortable 75 degrees, and we did have a really, really nice day today. It seems like that's the story throughout the whole region. In Savannah, we're at 74, and even down into central Florida, we're only at 82 degrees, which is fairly comfortable considering what we've been experiencing recently. For our satellite and radar, the story is clear and beautiful. I mean, it's sunny everywhere. I mean, down in South Florida, we do see a little bit of the leftovers of this front that's gone through, but for the rest of the region, we do see a pretty clear sky. For our 24-hour temperature change, here in Tallahassee, we are down 8 degrees from yesterday. In Orlando, we are up from 1 degree. So things are staying about the same where we are, but up in Tupelo and Little Rock, we are seeing these changes that are significantly different than yesterday. 11 degrees cooler today than it was yesterday in Little Rock. For our current wind speeds, because of this because of this front that we've just seen come through, we do see some northwest winds coming in, and they are stronger than what we normally see. Here in Tallahassee, we are only at 10 miles per hour, but in Little Rock, again, they are the story, 17 miles per hour, and that is significant. For our watches, warnings, and advisories, we do see a small craft warning throughout the whole southeast region. Essentially, you're going to see nice weather, but when you get out onto the water, it may be a little bit choppy. So if you're going to be on a boat in the Gulf, just be careful and make sure that you're all set up for that. For tonight's forecast, we will be lower than we have been experiencing recently. 45 degrees here in Tallahassee, so if you will be outside, it may be the night to bring a jacket. Up in Atlanta, basically the same story at 43 degrees, but Little Rock again, 39 degrees, more cooler than it is here. For tomorrow's forecast, we're seeing high 60s and low 70s throughout the region with the exception of Miami, South Florida. But in Tallahassee, we're looking at a sunny 70, which will be nice for all of us. Currently in Tallahassee, it's 75 degrees, and I'm going to send things back to the desk.
Thank you, Emily. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about some of the sporting events this week. And first thing is the World Series starts in Los Angeles tonight.
That's right,
And
game one. That's right.
yeah, game one of the World Series, Los Angeles Dodgers against the Houston Astros. And it could be the hottest game one on record. I've seen forecasts of 97
That's
at first pitch, which is really hot for Los Angeles during any time of the year.
That's right. I think they were looking around triple-digit temperatures around noon there today. It's getting pretty hot. And the thing is, this is also the first year where the All-Star game doesn't count, in my opinion. Really, it used to.
Yeah, used to like
Used to
who
be.
has home field advantage
right.
for Game 7.
And this year the American League won, but Dodgers had the best record. So
Yep.
now
Best
they're
record in the
they're
league.
dealing with triple-digit temperatures.
Yeah.
We got a home game coming up. Playing the Eagles.
Yeah, Boston College Friday night. It will be at Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, which is just outside Boston. Now the team isn't doing very well, but if you're heading up there for the game, weather's not going to be an issue. 57 degrees, partly cloudy.
That's right. Partly
Nothing to
cloudy,
complain.
Better conditions than here.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I'd take our weather right now.
Yeah.
We've also got a women's soccer game coming up. That's on the 26th, so that would be Thursday, and that's going to be at Clemson. You see those temperatures, 75 degrees.
Yeah, 75 degrees, mostly cloudy. Might want to bring the sunscreen, maybe.
Not too far of a drive for us, and with this cold front passing through, you should have clear weather if we got any fans on their way to North Carolina to check
Yes,
this game.
definitely. And
So we got the cross country championships. That's going on right this weekend. I believe Friday it starts.
yeah, Friday, and then a bunch of indoor events like men's basketball has their exhibition game against Central Missouri Mules. Probably the most interesting mascot I've heard of in this nation.
Volleyball has a home game here. That should no excuse for you not to take a walk down to Tully Gym and cheer them on.
Yeah, I agree. So let's actually take a final look at our local forecast. If we can change it. Yes, there we go. So currently in Tallahassee, it is 75 degrees. It's very clear outside, and that's because of that cold front moving through yesterday. Clear conditions, and also the dew point is lower at 50 degrees, and our humidity is also lower at 41%. And we're having still a brisk wind from the northwest, bringing in that cooler, drier air at 10 miles per hour. And if you're heading out to the golf course tomorrow, a lot of us here at FSU Weather are golfers, and like Jake, me, and Matt. And it's going to be a perfect day. The only complaint I'll have is it will be a little bit cool for this time of year. But other than that, we'll give it a 5 out of 5 on the golf scale. And tonight's forecast, it is going to be cooler than it was last night because with clear skies, low wind, that's going to allow a lot of that radiation to escape into the atmosphere. We'll give it a 46 for tomorrow morning. And for tomorrow, cooler day, that cooler air mass starts to really settle into our area. 69 degrees, perfect day. A little bit below our average, but nothing to complain about. Wednesday will be the coolest day of the week for these next 3 days, so you might want to have a jacket the entire day. Starting Thursday, you will need a jacket in the morning, but it will warm up pretty quickly. We'll get into the mid-70s Thursday, so you might want to take off those layers. And Friday, another cool start today. We're expecting another start in the 40s, but our high is going to be near 80 on Friday, so you might want to replace those layers with some sunglasses. Our 7-day forecast is showing the cooler air sticking around these next few days, 69 on Wednesday. Warmer air will come in by Friday. Look at that, 77. That will be the warmest day of the week. By the weekend, another cold front will arrive, and behind that cold front, even cooler air compared to what we'll experience tomorrow morning. Sunday, 65 degrees. I feel like that is going a little bit higher. I've been seeing some highs of barely reaching 60 degrees on Sunday. And look at the low for Monday morning, 42 degrees. Again, I think that's a little bit over. I won't be surprised if we see some 30s in our viewing area Monday morning. Let's wrap up the show now with Dylan and Jen.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. It's been a great day out there. Great look at the weekend. We did see that front, another front trying to make its way.
Yeah, it's starting to make its way over. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a temperature change with that.
Yeah, we'll see a temperature increase ahead of that front for sure. We're going to get up to 77 for that.
maybe not a lot of rain chances with that front that's coming through either. Probably 20% for those 2 days.
Yeah, it's looking very comfortable. Good weekend to complement this. We do play football on Friday this week at 8 o'clock. Look at that 7-day forecast again.
Yeah, 7-day forecast. Look at that. 41 degrees is our low for Thursday, so make sure you have a jacket in the morning for your Thursday morning, but you're going to have nice clear skies throughout the rest of the day. Going through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like we said, that cold front's coming through. Could bring a little bit of a dip in temperature. Again, 65 degrees is the high for Sunday with that low at 47 degrees. That's a pretty nice low.
Yeah, my favorite parts of that 7-day, though, are the 41 degrees on Thursday and 42 degrees on Monday.
Yeah.
That is going to be cool, cold really, but it's going to be nice, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's definitely going to be a nice change from summer.
Yeah, I mean, you're from Tampa, right?
Yeah.
You know all about
I mean,
the
it was
hot.
just like, it was getting really hot, about like in the mid-90s some days, and then you just get rain in the afternoon. It was not a very pleasant
No, but this
time.
is definitely a welcome coming for us here. 20% chances of rain are the only chances of rain we're seeing in clear skies.
We're starting to get back into the frontal passage season. We're going to have fronts coming through, fronts coming out.
FROPA, as our favorite producer, former producer, Jake Carstens would say.
Yeah.
FROPA actually means a frontal passage, so it's the conditions that happen behind a front.
Yeah, and what was typically happen on the days that he had the show, right?
Yeah, every Wednesday he would get his FROPA. So.
Yeah, every Wednesday there would be a front that come through, and then temperatures would change right after that. It would
Yeah, so behind that front you see that dropping down in dew point temperatures and humidity, and you see the clearing of skies.
Yeah, that's because there's a high pressure system that comes in behind the front, so you get a lot of change in weather that you wouldn't that happens from before the front. You know, there's a little bit lower pressure before the front, and then the front comes through, you get a little bit of rain. But then after that, you get clear skies because the humidity starts to decrease.
Right, we can see all those suns on Wednesday through Thursday really being dominated by that high pressure for the next couple of days.
Exactly.
Things are looking good. Though I do want to give a shout out to Matt Reagan and Shane Pendleton for watching the show. Thank you for watching.
Our nice viewers.
Yeah, definitely. But it's been lovely outside is really the message we're trying to convey.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have any plans for going on through the rest of the week?
I actually am going to a programming competition. Not the best use of this weather, but it's going to be an interesting programming competition. What are your plans for the weekend?
My plans for the week are just, going to class, enjoying the weather during that time, and it's just going to be very nice. But you can also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/FSU weather.
You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU weather.
And you can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU weather.
And we also have an Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram at FSU weather. We are all over social media. So.
Yeah, tag us and everything. Tag us in all your great weather photos and everything. So it's going to be, you have many platforms to send us pictures.
True. And you can also tweet at us with any questions you have about the ongoing weather or what we've talked about on the show. We're more than happy to respond to that.
Tweet us at FSU Weather. We'll answer all your questions that you may have about any weather you can ask us about. So
yeah, from all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith.
And I'm student meteorologist Jennifer Collins. Have a wonderful evening.
Enjoy.